It's an unwritten code in most communities of color. Don't talk to police and don't snitch.
If you had seen who shot you, would you have told police?
No.
Why?
Because the type of business I'm in, it would definitely hurt my business. And the way that I was raised, I just don't do that.
So when it comes to police-community relations, urban neighborhoods have a long history of not only a lack of communication, but also fear and a lack of trust with law enforcement. Brandi Fisher, the president and CEO of the Alliance for Police Accountability, says this generation doesn't understand the original meaning of don't snitch.
But what that usually meant is if we decided or if we knew of someone or if you and I together decided to commit a crime and you get caught and I do not, it was a disfavorable thing for me to tell on you, right? Because we were doing it together. But nowadays, people take that rule and frame it as if you know something about anything, you shouldn't tell, or that's snitching. And that's never what snitching was about when that code, Stop Snitching, was there. And back then, we had a lot of codes. There was codes that you didn't shoot where women and children were. And so the rules, as bad as people tried to make them seem, really kept an order in the streets. And so that no snitching rule has nothing to do with a young 2-year-old boy being shot down in the streets and you say absolutely nothing about it. Because why would we want an individual like that roaming our streets who will murder a child at whim or shoot when they see children around?
While in most communities, a person who sees a murder and helps police is called a witness. But in inner city neighborhoods, that person is called a snitch. And that has a lot to do with the long history of negative interaction between police and people of color.
If we go back to the civil rights era, the police were used to devalue Black people and to enforce the violation of their rights. And so historically, when we're talking about systemically, the police see Black people historically a certain way, and that's that systemic racism. And so it still permeates a lot of police forces.
In many cities, officials are trying to work with communities in order for people to report what they know to police and not fear for their safety. But in so many cases, such programs are not working. I'm Allegra Johnson for AURN.com.